Well, if you're looking for something to do this weekend, the Buffalo AKG has you covered. They are debuting a brand new exhibit called Electric Op. That was today, the big debut. And to tell us more about this exciting edition is the curator, Tina Rivers-Ryan. Thank you, Tina, for being here. This is a really special exhibit for people who might not love going around and looking at paintings and wondering what they're looking at. This is so different. Tell me about it.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having us here to talk about the show.
Yeah.
Electric Op is an exhibition that features an art movement from the 1960s and 70s called op art. That's not pop art. People might get confused, so don't think of like Andy Warhol and soup cans. Op art is a style of painting and sculpture that's totally abstract, but features patterns of colors and shapes that create these wild optical illusions. Sometimes when you're standing in front of a painting, the painting may not move, but you may actually think that it's moving. You can feel like it's moving. So we do have a warning that anybody who's very easily prone to vertigo or to nausea might want to be careful. Okay. It is a wild exhibit, but it actually comes out of the museum's collection. Most of the works are from the collection. So folks who've been in the area for a long time might recognize some old favorites that they haven't seen in a while. But there's new works too that have never been shown before. So we're really excited to debut them here.
Very cool. I should mention, if you want to see Andy Warhol's pop art, that's also at the museum, those soup cans. But this is obviously so much different. How did you curate something like this? This is a huge deal to come here to Buffalo.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's an exciting exhibition that's already been written about in the national press. And, you know, I just found out that the Wall Street Journal was recommending people come see it this week, which is very exciting for us. But it is actually drawn from, you know, the museum's own history. So in 1965, the AKG, back then the Albright Knox, I know we're still getting used to the new name, the AKG presented an exhibition of this kind of art called Art Today, Kinetic and Optic. And when it opened, it was one of the most wildly successful shows the museum had ever had. Thousands and thousands of people showed up. I think the cops had to get called in to shut it down.
Wow.
So I don't know that we want to have those kinds of problems this weekend, but we're really hoping that people do turn up in the next few days to come check it out.
I mean, if that is any indication of how exciting this is, hello, come, because it is a great exhibit. Other amazing things at the museum, if folks have not been, there's another exhibit called Marisol. I was there last week. It was stunning. Marisol, very famous artist, and she actually gave her entire estate to AKG in 2016 when she passed.
Yeah, well, you know, the AKG is a museum of modern and contemporary art, so we work with a lot of living artists, the artists of our time. And back in 1962, we were the first museum to buy an artwork by Marisol. And artists never forget that, you know, that we expressed our belief in her and her practice. And so when she passed away in 2016, she actually bequeathed us her entire estate, meaning all of the artworks that she had never sold, her personal papers, all of that. And so the museum has spent years organizing all of this into this fantastic retrospective that looks back at her work. And so people in Buffalo here, I think, might know a few of her sculptures that are really beloved, local sort of icons. And now it's really nice to see a whole show with you know, so much more work by her and really see another side of her practice.
Very exciting things happening there. There's also the food that you can go enjoy. Cornelia is a wonderful cafe if you haven't been, and then a free exhibit which honors the 5/14 mass shooting victims as well, and that is leaving very soon. If you haven't seen that, it's very impactful. So a lot going on at AKG right now. Go down and check it out. Tina, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having us, Kelsey.